What's up, YouTube? What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back. We on American Truck Simulator today. Driving, listening to some YouTube videos on our road trip. I show y'all.
Ooh, Big J.
Happy go for a ride.
Have you ever wanted to see your home from space? With this free satellite Earth Maps tool, you can zoom right down to your exact address in just seconds. Imagine pulling up your neighborhood, your street, even the landmarks around you, all in real time from an aerial view. It's like having your own personal window to the world right on your screen. This tool is simple to use. Just type in an address and instantly explore detailed satellite imagery with incredible clarity and precision. Whether you're curious about your home, checking out a vacation spot, or places you've always wanted to visit, it's all right here. Discover the power of seeing your world from above. Don't just hear about it, experience it. Try this free satellite Earth Maps tool today and see your world like never before.
What to do, crew? It's yours truly, Snore That Do. Right now, better get into that grim sleeper, the killer that shook Los Angeles. Yeah, we get into Los Angeles things, bro. That's a whole side of the country that I ain't really explored when it comes to like certain things, bro. I know a little bit, but I don't know nothing. Anyway, original link to this be down in the description. Video, who's the word from today's sponsors. Today's video is sponsored by Current. If you're looking for banking, if you're looking for online banking, Current is the place to be. $750 paycheck advance if you qualify. 2 days early on your direct deposit. They got the credit bill card. They also got no overdraft fees. Sign up using my QR code and sign all the way up using code SNORE. When you set up your direct deposit, you should get $75 inside your account. Use code SNORE. It's your boy Snore.
Welcome to Hood Politics. In this episode, I will be discussing the Grim Sleeper. The facts of the case are as follows. When it comes to infamous murderers from South Central Los Angeles, a few names come to mind, such as Lil Fee from the Rolling 60s, who was sentenced to death after murdering 4 people in August of 1984, or Ace Capone from the Van Ness Gangsta Brams, who was sentenced to death after murdering 5 people at a house party in October of 1984. But at the same time,
I ain't gonna lie, to them states that got the death penalty still, you gotta be ultra savage, bro. Knowing that your life is like literally on the line when you go do your crimes, bro. Straight up, you gotta be wired a little. You psycho. Level 5, you're psycho.
these men were wreaking havoc on the streets of South Central, there was a darker presence at work. One that wasn't killing over drugs, territory, gang pride, or revenge, but simply for the thrill. Lonnie David Franklin Jr. was born on August 30th, 1952, and spent most of his childhood in South Central Los Angeles. Lonnie's parents, Ruby and Lonnie Sr., were strict, but were also caring and did their best to raise Lonnie and his younger sister Patricia in a loving home. Ruby and Sr. moved to LA in the 1940s in order to take advantage of the booming job market. Sr. ultimately landed a job as a longshoreman. During his spare time, he worked on cars, and from time to time, he would let Lonnie tag along. Lonnie quickly developed a passion for cars. Sr. took notice and began seriously teaching Lonnie about cars, and by the age of 7, Sr. was letting Lonnie drive. Over the years, Lonnie became good with his hands, expanding his expertise from cars to appliances, but he struggled when it came to school and making friends. The other students picked on him for being short and overweight. In 1966, at the age of 14, Sr. gave Lonnie his first car. Lonnie wasted no time getting behind the wheel and cut off.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. It be like that. Like, I know some people right now. Like, if you hand them a book, they gonna be able to figure things out. But like, overall, they ain't like the elite book smart people. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, you give them something they can work with their hands, bro. Elites. Excellent. You know what I'm saying? So it usually be like that. Sometimes people do know how to do both though.
To be seen cruising through the city. During high school,
Oh,
Lonnie
man, I
transferred
missed
to
my
a better
turn.
rated
Let's
school
see
in the
what-
city of Compton. His parents felt that the school was better equipped to help him academically, but he continued to struggle. Before long, his academic issues became behavior issues. At the age of 16, Lonnie was arrested twice for Grand Theft Auto, and the following year he was arrested for burglary. Right before he was scheduled to graduate
Oh, this nigga a thief.
high school, Lonnie got into a fight, leading him to be expelled. He then picked up a job at a nearby roadside grocery store while he figured things out. Senior suggested that Lonnie join the Army. He felt that it was a good idea because not only would it keep him out of trouble, but he would get to travel the world and get paid while doing so. In 1971, Lonnie enlisted in the Army and began basic training. 6 months later, at age 19, Lonnie was stationed in Stuttgart, Germany. By age 21, Lonnie had taken to the Army well and was working his way up the ranks. He became a corporal and the kitchen supervisor. Everyone believed that Lonnie had finally found his place in life and everything was going to work out, but unfortunately, that wasn't the case. On April 17, 1974, at around 12:30 a.m., Lonnie was in a car with 2 other Army men when the group spotted a 17-year-old young woman named Ingrid walking down the street. They stopped and asked her for directions and then offered her a ride home. Ingrid accepted the ride and got into the car. A few moments later,
don't tell me they did what let me just hear them out, bro. This story sounding a little spooky already.
one of the men held a knife to her throat. They then drove her to a remote location and took turns assaulting her. Lonnie
Oh my God.
even took pictures during the attack. Ingrid began faking interest in the men in hopes that it would lead them to let her go, which ultimately worked. As the group drove Ingrid to her destination, Lonnie gave her his phone number. After being dropped off, Ingrid reported the attack to police. Investigators had her call Lonnie and lure him to a nearby train station. Lonnie was arrested after arriving and was ultimately convicted of kidnapping and assault. On December 20th, 1974, Lonnie was sentenced to 3 years and 4 months in prison, but only ended up
Well, that ain't enough time. 3 years is crazy.
serving less than a year. On July 24th, 1975,
A
Lonnie
year?
was given a dishonorable discharge from the Army. At the age of 23, he returned to LA and began working odd jobs to make ends meet. While getting readjusted to civilian life, he met a 21-year-old educator named Sylvia Castillo. She was a teacher and had relocated to LA from Belize. She was well known in the neighborhood and spent time taking care of the elderly. The two instantly clicked, and shortly afterwards they were married and settled into a home on 81st Street near Western Avenue. They then decided to start a family. In 1978, they had a daughter named Crystal, and in 1981, they had a son named Christopher. That same year, Lonnie began looking for more stable work to support his family. He stumbled across an opening for a mechanic position working on police cruisers for the LAPD. Lonnie loved the job. He was able to provide for his family while making a steady income doing something that he loved. He stayed at the job for about a year, but he wanted more, so he applied to become a garbage truck operator. The job paid more, had benefits, and room for growth. Shortly afterwards, he retired. The Franklin seemed to have it all: a loving marriage, great kids, and budding
Telling me
careers.
that
Lonnie would
fucking
fix
truck
his
don't
neighbors'
fit?
cars and appliances for a discounted rate, and sometimes even for free. He would also loan people money when they needed it. The Franklins were known as great entertainers and would throw parties and barbecues on a regular basis, and people from
It's like everything sounding good, but where the messed up part? Like, dude sound like
I am not about to be able to get this part.
sound like my grandfather. I ain't gonna lie. Work a day job, and then sometimes he do something on the side. Goddamn, throw events. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all over the neighborhood would attend. It seemed like Lonnie had finally gotten himself together, but it was all a facade. Lonnie's dark side never left. He just became better at hiding it. He was living a double life, one of a loving husband, father, and member of the community, and another of a murderous psychopath. On an August night in 1985, a 29-year-old woman named Deborah Jackson was at the home of Elizabeth and Leo Anderson. Deborah had moved in with the couple and their 4 children and a piece of paper. They then called her ex-girlfriend and broke the news. The woman said she was expecting Deborah to swing by to pick up some of her belongings, but she never did. Deborah had fallen on hard times and became addicted to drugs, which led to her losing custody of her 3 children a few years prior. But she was
Wow.
making an effort to better
I have to
herself.
switch to
She
one of
was
my
a
other
trained
drugs.
beautician and was working as a cocktail waitress at the time of her death. By this time, crack had taken over the streets of South Central and created thousands of addicts along the way, with a large portion being women, and all too often, they were preyed upon. Also, a large group of these women resorted to sex work in order to feed their addiction, which left them susceptible to robbery, assault, and murder. In September of 1985, LAPD officials held a press conference and told the public they believed Deborah and over a dozen other women were victims of a serial killer dubbed the Southside Slayer. The community was outraged, not only because law enforcement kept quiet about an active serial killer in the area, but they also felt that police weren't doing enough to catch the suspect due to the victims being drug addicts and sex workers. Local community groups
bro, the police don't care, bro. That's why a lot of these, serial guys, they go under notice, bro. It's about who they killing. You know what I'm saying? That's how Dahmer got his way, Bundy got his way. Like they went under the radar because who was getting killed, gang? For real.
began organizing and coordinating with law enforcement to catch the killer, but the bodies kept piling up. On August 12, 1986, the body of a 35-year-old woman named Henrietta Wright was found in the alley near the intersection of 3rd and Vernon Avenue. She had been shot twice in the chest with a .25 caliber pistol, and her body was wrapped in a blanket and covered with the mattress. A piece of a man's shirt had been stuffed in her mouth. Henrietta was the mother of 5 children. She had fallen on hard times and was homeless and living out of hotels. She worked in the cafeteria during the day and sometimes as a cocktail waitress at night. After a house fire destroyed her home, she became overwhelmed and turned to drugs to escape. Just like Deborah's murder, investigators found no bullet casings around Henrietta's body, but after running ballistics tests, they found that the bullets from both murders came from the same gun. The other Southside Slayer victims had been strangled. This led investigators to believe that there were now 2 killers operating in South Central. On January 10, 1987, the body of a 23-year-old woman named Barbara Ware was found in the alley near the intersection of Ascot Avenue and 56th Street. She had been shot once in the chest with a .25 caliber pistol, and her body was covered with trash and an empty gas tank. A witness who saw Barbara's body being dumped called 911.
Yes, I'd like to report a murder or a dead body or something.
Where at?
The address is 1346 East 56th Street in the alley. And the guy that dropped her off was driving a white and blue Dodge van. And, he threw her out. The only thing is hanging out of this, like he threw a gas tank on top of her, and the only thing you can see out is her feet.
Okay, what's your name?
Huh?
What's your name?
Oh, I don't stand anonymous. I know too many people. Okay, then, bye-bye.
All right.
Police later found the van in a church parking lot about 4.5 miles away from the crime scene. The hood was still warm to the touch, and people inside of the church said they had used the van earlier that evening. Several church members were interviewed, and the van was processed for evidence, but no evidence of the crime was found, and people at the church were cleared of any wrongdoing. The coroner estimated...
I ain't gonna lie, that's elite genius. Let's keep it going though. That was elite genius. I'm about to say he's caught.
that Barbara had been killed 12 to 15 hours prior to her body being dumped. Some believe that the 911 caller was someone involved in the murder, or even the killer himself. The bullet recovered from Barbara matched the bullets recovered from Deborah and Henrietta. At this point, investigators were convinced that a new serial killer was operating in South Central. They then established a separate task force to investigate the murders, but just like before, they decided to keep it under wraps and not alert the public. On April 15, 1987, the body of a 26-year-old woman named Bernita Sparks was found in the alley near the intersection of 94th Street and Western Avenue. Bernita told her mother that she was going to the store to buy a pack of cigarettes, but she never returned home. Her body was found in a dumpster the next day. She had been strangled, beat, and shot once in the chest with a .25 caliber pistol. On August 31st, 1987, the body of a 26-year-old woman named Mary Lowe was found in the alley near the intersection of 89th Street and Western Avenue. Mary told her mother that she was going to a Halloween party, but she never returned home. Her body...
And it's killing me, bro. He only targeting women, bro. This dude weak.
She was found behind a large bush the next day. She had been beaten and shot in the chest with a .25 caliber pistol. A witness reported seeing Mary get into an orange Ford Pinto with a young black man. On January 30th, 1988, the body of a 22-year-old woman named Lucretia Jefferson was found in the alley near the intersection of 102nd Street and Walton Place. She had been shot in the chest with a .25 caliber pistol, and her body was covered with a mattress. A napkin with the word AIDS written on it had been placed over her face. On September 11th, 1988, the body of an 18-year-old woman named Alicia Alexander was found in the alley near the intersection of 43rd Place and Western Avenue. Alicia had made her way to a nearby liquor store located on Normandy Avenue, but she never returned home. She was found strangled and shot in the chest with a .25 caliber pistol. A sweatshirt was tied around her neck, and her body was covered with the mattress. Detectives found no bullet casings at the crime scene, so they concluded the victims were killed somewhere else and dumped at the locations. They also found that the bullets entered the victims from the left side at a downward angle. Investigators collected DNA from the crime scenes, but at the time, DNA technology wasn't advanced and there was no CODIS database. CODIS stands for Combined DNA Index System, and it allows local, state, and federal forensics labs to exchange and compare DNA profiles. Unfortunately, CODIS was roughly a decade away from being widely implemented. Meanwhile, Lonnie continued his charade of being an upstanding community member. He could often be seen standing in his front lawn and sparking a conversation with anyone that happened to walk by. The neighborhood kids had even affectionately nicknamed him Mr. Lonnie. Also during this time, Lonnie took medical leave from work after hurting his right arm on the job. So in order to generate income, he began buying cars from auctions and junkyards. He would then fix them and sell them. Sometimes he forged vehicle titles and swapped license plates. Sylvia began working nights, and as soon as Crystal and Christopher went to sleep, Lonnie would hit the streets in search of his next victim. On November 20th, 1988, a 30-year-old mother of two named Anitria Washington was walking down the street on her way to a friend's house when Lonnie pulled up alongside of her in his orange Ford Pinto. He exited the car, approached Anitria, and asked if she wanted a ride. Initially, Anitria declined, but Lonnie was persistent, so she eventually gave in and accepted his offer. After she got into the car, Lonnie drove in the opposite direction of Anitria's friend's house. When she told him that he was going the wrong way, he replied that he had to swing by his uncle's house on 81st Street to pick up some money. Moments later, Lonnie's energy shifted. He became cold and dark. Lonnie said something, but Anitria couldn't hear what he said, so she turned towards him, and a few seconds later, everything went quiet. She then noticed blood on her clothes. She reached for the door, but Lonnie said, "Don't touch that door, or I'll shoot you again." Anitria asked Lonnie why he shot her, and he replied that she was disrespecting him. Lonnie then began to ramble and called her by another woman's name. He refused to take her to the hospital, and as she drifted in and out of consciousness, Lonnie began to assault her. Anitria tried to push him off, but she passed out. She was awakened to the flash of a camera and realized Lonnie was taking photos of her. Anitria once again reached for the door handle, and this time, Lonnie opened the door and pushed her out.
Survived.
The car drove away.
Oh, they got
was
this
left for
arrest
dead,
spot.
but
This
she was
ain't got
able
no.
to pick herself up and make it to her friend's house.
That
She
man.
laid bleeding on the front porch until her friend found her and called an ambulance. Anitria would go on to survive and ultimately make a full recovery. Using DNA, investigators were able to tie Anitria's attacker to the other victims. Her statements also gave investigators a look into how the murders were committed. Seeing how all the victims were shot from the left at a downward angle, it made sense that the shooter was bigger and would be sitting in the driver's seat while the victim sat in the passenger seat. Also, her statements confirmed detectives' theory that the victims were shot in one place and dumped in another. Anitria gave investigators a description of the suspect in his vehicle. She also took them to where they stopped on 81st Street, which was only 3 doors down from Lonnie's home. Officers canvassed the area multiple times, but every time they did so, Lonnie left the neighborhood. Investigators never made the description of the suspect or his vehicle public. After the attack on Anitria, the murder suddenly came to a stop. By the early 1990s, neighbors noticed a change with the Franklins. They didn't seem to be the happy family that they once were. Sylvia wasn't at the home as often, and the parties and barbecues stopped completely. Lonnie had also become less conversational and helpful to his neighbors. Also, police began investigating Lonnie for his disability claim. They found evidence that he had filed multiple false claims over the years. With Lonnie's career and family in shambles, he continued to spiral. He was arrested for burglary, 2 assaults, and gun possession. At one point, he was found guilty of grand theft auto and spent 4 months in jail. While Lonnie was going through turmoil in his personal life, the community could finally breathe a sigh of relief. Although no suspect was apprehended, the murder seemed to stop for the next.
Buddy should have left that alone, but it's like over the years, I didn't heard people say, you know, it's addicting. You know what I'm saying? He definitely had an addiction to this. You know what I'm saying? He had the same MO. He rinse and repeat with it. This was all thought out and planned. He knew what he was gonna do before he did it. I'm gonna shoot you in the chest. As you dying, I'm gonna rape you. Then when I'm done, I'm gonna take pictures. Weirdo.
Next 13 years, there was no sign of the killer. By the early 2000s, crime in the city was at a low. The heights of gang violence and the crack epidemic had come to an end, so investigators began using their resources to crack cold cases. In November of 2001, a 6-man unit was established to investigate cold cases. DNA technology had advanced and given the unit a chance at solving over 9,000 murders that occurred between 1960 and 1997. By this time, it was discovered that the Southside Slayer was actually at least 6 killers operating independently at the same time. By 2001, most of the group had been arrested and convicted, but a couple were still on the loose due to not having their DNA in the system. On December 21st, 2001, a 15-year-old young woman named Princess Bartholomew was reported missing. Princess had been abused by her father during her infant and toddler years, which led to the state taking her away from her biological family and putting her into foster care. At around 3 years old, she was placed with David and Dolores Smart in Claremont, California, roughly 30 miles east of Los Angeles. She arrived at the home with scars and bruises and would sometimes wake up screaming. From that point, the couple did all they could to help her. They enrolled her in private school and sent her to therapy, and over time, she began to recover. Princess was finally receiving the love and care that she had been denied of early in life. She had a
God.
family that adored her and gave her the best of everything. But in 1997, at the age of 10, she was hit with a tragedy. Dolores unexpectedly passed away, and later David began suffering from health problems. Princess's foster sister, Samara, began caring for her, but as a college student with her own children, the responsibility proved to be too much. Princess was then placed with a new family in South Central. She had a difficult time adjusting to her new environment. She ran away from home on multiple occasions, and later she turned to sex work. On March 19, 2002, a passerby found Princess's body behind a shrub near the intersection of 83rd Street and Van Ness Avenue. She had been beaten and strangled. On July 11, 2003, the body of a 35-year-old woman named Valerie McCorvey was found by a crossing guard near the intersection of 109th Street and Dinker Avenue. She had been strangled. DNA was recovered from Princess's and Valerie's crime scenes. The samples were tested and came back as a match. The samples also matched the .25 caliber murders throughout the 1980s. Although the method of murder changed, investigators knew the killer had come back. All the DNA matched one person, but there was still no suspect. Early on, DNA was only taken when suspects were arrested for violent crimes, and since Lonnie had never been arrested for such crimes, his DNA was never collected. On January 1st, 2007, a homeless man was looking for cans to recycle in the alley near the intersection of 94th Street and Western Avenue when he found the body of a 25-year-old woman named Janicia Peters. She had been shot in the lower back and stuffed inside of a garbage bag, which was later zip-tied closed. Evidence showed that she was still alive when she was put into the bag. Janicia was the mother of a young boy and had struggled with drug addiction. She was attempting to better herself and had recently enrolled in school and was taking computer science classes. Investigators found DNA on the zip tie, tying Janicia's murder to the other murders. With the murders continuing but not getting closer to an arrest, investigators hit a wall. They decided to circle back to the only woman on record for surviving an attack, Anitria Washington. In 2007, investigators called her in for an interview. Anitria was furious at the way the case was being handled. 20 years later, there were more victims, and investigators still had no suspects. Anitria gave a near identical account of
She survived a long time, Chad. She a strong one. I wish I had a clap button. Clap it up for her, bro. Hopefully she able to crack the case wide open.
accident, but this time, investigators took a special interest in the suspect taking her picture. During this time, a reporter named Christine Palisak learned that detectives were reinvestigating the .25 caliber murders. Christine discovered unsealed return search warrants and spoke to the cold case unit about the investigation. The unit was tight-lipped and didn't give her much information. Christine continued digging and made contact with someone in the coroner's office. The person gave Christine all types of information regarding the case. On August 27, 2008, Christine's story about the .25 caliber murders was published in LA Weekly. Due to the killer taking a 13-year hiatus between the murders, he was dubbed the Grim Sleeper. Detectives were forced to confirm the report and admit that there was an active serial killer on the loose. They later held a press conference about the investigation. Some family of the victims didn't know anything about the investigation and only found out after seeing their loved one's picture come across the television screen. Detectives then released an age-progressed sketch of the suspect based on Anitria's description, and they also offered a $500,000 reward for information.
Chat, let me say this to you, chat. You know, I've been having my career for going on 10 years now, gang. Safe to say I ain't a street nigga. With that being said, but for that 500, boy, I would've, if I would've knew something, they would've knew something. Straight up. Straight up. Call me what you want. Can't call me broke. I'm just saying.
Leading to the killer's arrest. Investigators received over 800 tips, but none of them panned out. Ironically, a billboard asking for information about the murders was put up 2 blocks from Lonnie's home. In April of 2008, California allowed law enforcement to use familial DNA in investigations, which meant DNA collected from unsolved crime scenes can now be compared to convicted offenders' DNA, and the samples don't have to be a perfect match, but just a partial match, which would indicate some kind of family tie and allow law enforcement to narrow their investigation. DNA from the Grim Sleeper was submitted for testing, but yielded no results. In July of 2010, investigators tested the DNA again, and this time they received a match to Lonnie's son, Christopher Franklin. Christopher was 28 years old at the time and had pled guilty to a gun charge, and as a part of his felony probation, he had to submit a DNA sample. Detectives began investigating Christopher's male family members and stopped when they got to Lonnie. He was in his mid-50s at the time, which put him in the correct age range. He also fit the suspect's physical description and lived on 81st Street. The victim victims were found in alleys all over South Central, so when investigators learned that Lonnie was a garbage man, it made sense that someone with immense knowledge of side streets and alleyways would be responsible for the murders. Detectives believed that Lonnie was their suspect, but they didn't have enough evidence to make an arrest. They wanted to make sure his DNA was 100% matched to the Grim Sleeper's DNA, so they began following him around, waiting for the chance to collect any evidence that may have his DNA, such as a cigarette butt, a piece of food, or a drink. For days, investigators came up empty, but soon afterwards, they caught a break. Detectives learned that Lonnie was attending a birthday party at a pizza parlor, so they followed him. One of the detectives told the restaurant's manager about the situation and asked if he could act as an employee. The manager agreed, and for the next 3 hours, the detective acted as a busboy. He walked the floor and collected things from the partygoer's table, and ultimately his efforts paid off. He was able to get a slice of pizza that Lonnie had taken a bite out of. The pizza was later swabbed for DNA, and the sample was sent out for testing. A couple of days later, the results were in. The DNA was a perfect match to the Grim Sleeper. On July 7th, 2010.
Checkers and Rally's $4 unbeatable meal deal is back, and still unbeatable.
In my day, you could get a whole meal for $4.
How did we do this two
worth
times in a
$4.
row? We need a new truck.
Whoa, that's fire.
Choose the new loaded tender wrap stuffed with bacon, cheese, and ranch. Classic burger or spicy chicken. Your choice with fries, drink, and chicken bites. Just $4 unbeatable bucks.
Bringing them.
Okay, twin.
Only at Checkers and Rally's. This eats different.
Good start.
They say higher education is outdated, irrelevant. But at Grand Canyon University, we shatter the status quo. GCU's bachelor's, master's, and doctoral education degree programs combine coursework with observational education.
GCU gives you hands-on experience so you can learn to lead your classroom with heart, faith, and purpose.
This is purpose-driven education. Take action. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu.
He gotta go. I ain't gonna lie.
Please don't say goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
And law enforcement officials descended on Lonnie's home. He was taken into custody without incident. Officers then executed a search warrant of the home, and over 800 pieces of evidence were recovered, including multiple pairs of handcuffs, women's clothing, and 10 guns, including the .25 caliber pistol used in Genesia's murder. Investigators also found a stack of driver's licenses and ID cards. One was a Hawthorne High School student ID belonging to a 17-year-old young woman named Ayala Marshall. Ayala was the mother of a baby girl and had gotten involved with drugs while attending Hawthorne High. She had a history of running away from home. One day, she left her daughter with her parents and never returned. She was last seen leaving a medical center and has been missing since February 1st, 2005. Another ID card belonged to a 31-year-old woman named Rolenia Morris. She was last seen near the intersection of 91st Street and Western Avenue and has been missing since September 10th, 2005. While searching Lonnie's home, investigators found over 1,000 Polaroid pictures of women. A lot of the photos feature women that were unconscious, one of them being Anitria. The community was taken aback at the news. For over 20 years, Lonnie had been a pillar of the community, and he was the last person they would expect to commit acts so evil. Meanwhile, back at the police station, investigators began questioning Lonnie about the murders. Lonnie said he didn't know anything about them.
Ask you, do you know why you're here? No, I don't. Do you have any idea why you're here? No,
I had to mute myself, Chad. I got on the phone.
Okay, well, we're working on an investigation, and there's a warrant for your arrest, charging a count of murder.
Count of murder?
Yes, sir. So before we get into it, I know I can see right by your expression you got a lot of questions to ask us. And, we got a couple to ask you too. But look at all of these. Your luck is running out fast. And unless you come up with some kind of explanation, I mean, I'm not hiding anything from you. I'm telling you straight up. Straight up.
I understand that.
This young lady, her name is Henrietta Wright. Go ahead, take a close look.
No recollection at all.
And we got a weirdo truck.
No recollection, or you just don't know?
I don't know her. I don't know her. But ugly, I don't know her. So,
what?
But ugly, I don't know her.
You do know her, dude. Stop lying. Man up.
This young lady, Deborah Jackson. So if I told you you were connected to the deaths of all of these ladies, who do you think Detective Kilcoyne and I would be sitting here looking at? Huh?
The killer.
You don't know who we'd be looking at?
Oh, okay. You looking at me? You looking at me?
I mean, do you agree?
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you on that. Yes.
I mean, all of these people that you say you don't know through scientific evidence
All had your DNA.
are all pointing the finger at Lonnie David Franklin Jr. Sit there and look at their faces, all staring at you.
And fun fact, he got the information that his son is actually his son. So shout out to that. But my boy, you're gone. I'm gone there. You got all three of your strikes in one swoop.
Pointing that finger at you. You wouldn't be here if we weren't absolutely convinced that you did this to these young ladies. Give me an explanation.
I have no explanation to give you for something I didn't do.
So you're just saying you just got a run of bad luck?
No, I'm not saying I had a run of bad nothing. I don't know these people.
That you're connected to them?
What's up, Snorter Do Crew? It's your... My bad, chat.
Look at them. They're all staring at you, pointing their fingers. Well, if they could point their fingers.
I said we can find something better than this to watch.
Hey guys, Maven here. A new female wrestler is generating a lot of buzz in the WWE. Her real name is Bailey Humphrey, but she wrestles as Micah Lockwood. Her athleticism and physical presence has led some fans to compare her to Chyna and even Brock Lesnar. As a former WWE wrestler, I'm going to give you my honest take on Maya Lockwood and determine if she has what it takes to become WWE's next big thing.
Bro, where did she go? Is she in the bathroom? You alone, bro? What happened? Never showed. No.
Jackson, you got stood up. It amazes me,
Where's
but
this at?
it doesn't shock me to see how wrestling has embraced the culture.
All right, we're gonna go there. We're gonna quick travel there.
Obviously didn't exist.
Drive the little bit to there.
Frowned upon backstage in the
Then we're gonna go on our journey. So we gotta go to but is that what it's called?
But we live in a different world now, and obviously adapt or die.
Let's bounce, boys. I can't believe
So, did I hear you say you got stood up?
Definitely an interesting way to debut a wrestler, and I will give NXT a good bit of credit here. They are embracing just current mainstream social media, and they're debuting Micah in a different way.
Who needs to go on a date with this chick right here? The hell?
Dude, that's an AI bot. You didn't get stood up, you got set up.
Shorty, you're tripping.
Shorty, you're tripping. I act like I'm a better actor. I am not. But this is, pretty shitty acting. Actually, she's holding up her end of the bargain. When you give the fans information and you want them to get behind you because you're telling your story, are they going to believe your story? I believe
now we can fix this
Micah.
I have thought about
And I
getting
think I want to
Botox
upgrade this engine on
Cosmetic
this
for
bitch.
a while now, and
We need to make this mug stronger. We need to make it a little faster.
I'm kind of the last one to not get it.
Face
Not
lines
deep.
are getting deeper. Particularly like my frown lines are getting really deep. I just decided to go ahead and just book a consultation with a Botox cosmetic specialist.
There's a stigma around injectable treatments. I grew up thinking that injectable treatments weren't for someone like me.
I started to notice that my lines were getting deeper, so I booked a Botox cosmetic consultation.
My provider was very thorough with explaining the entire treatment process.
I got treated in my moderate to severe frown lines, my forehead lines, and my crow's feet.
I should start to see results in about 24 to 48 hours and then full results in about 30 days. I was nervous I would look overdone, but the results are natural looking. I look like me with fewer lines. All of my friends are booking Botox cosmetic appointments now. I think it started a trend.
Here we are, guys.
It should be
later.
a lot faster.
I didn't want to look overdone, and I think that's what we accomplished.
I am so happy with my results. I love how natural looking my results are. I still look like me, just with fewer lines.
I was just very nervous about going into this. Like, am I gonna look overdone? The results are natural looking, which was very, very important to me.
Talk to your doctor about Botox Cosmetic and whether it's right for you. The effects of Botox Cosmetic may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms.
A lot of breaks on here.
Take that for some courtesy, big mama. I know you want to. I know you want to. Whoa! Hey, got myself.
Sorry about that.
I am anything but a traditionalist. In order to advance, we have to change. This was a different way of introducing a character, and I applaud that. They told a campy, cheesy story, but it was interesting. And they told the quick story at the end with Micah one hand shoving the guy off to the side. And then the look like, oh my gosh, what have I gotten myself into? And obviously NXT is using social media as a tool. Maven, it's me again. Dark Timeline Maven, what are you doing here? I did exactly what you told me. I went to the doctor, I got my health checked out. Yes, Maven, you did. But they haven't. You need to tell them how important it is to stop putting off their health until they fall into the Dark Timeline too. You're right, me. And the good news is this video's sponsor, ZocDoc, is here to help. The ZocDoc is a free website that makes it easier to finally book that appointment you've been putting off. You can search for and compare local in-network doctors, read reviews, browse.
This is a long ass drive. I ain't even realize it's gonna be. It's about to be a long ass drive.
On the site. ZocDoc has
You finally got a fucking truck that can hook up to something.
Across 200 plus specialities in all 50 states. You can click and instantly book a visit. Appointments usually happen within 24 to 72 hours, and you can even find same-day appointments. Plus, ZocDoc is free to use. As a former wrestler, I have seen plenty of doctors, and I love that ZocDoc helps make it easy to find the right fit for me. So
oh shit, I'm going way too fast.
You to show up. Go to ZocDoc.com/Maven.
Yeah, this bitch got some idiot to it, I ain't gonna lie.
And check that appointment off your to-do list.
I like the way
you
fuck with
Thanks
it.
so much to ZocDoc for sponsoring this video and helping us all take better care of our health.
He just got him some. Look at the strength of Jasmine. Hey, wait a minute.
Immediately when you see Micah, you notice her appearance. And that's what everyone talks about. Micah has a rare genetic condition called FPLD, which basically affects how the body metabolizes and stores energy. My opinion of Micah's unique look, she's a one of one. In a land filled with women's wrestlers who usually fit a certain profile and
I gotta slow this
usually have a
motherfucker
certain
down before I
look to
crash
them.
it, I ain't gonna lie.
I like that Micah stands
I'm
out
getting a
from
little
the crowd.
loosey-goosey
I
with
like
the speed.
that she's bringing something different to the table. And I hope the WWE recognize that she is indeed unique, and they use that as one of her strengths. But recognizing that difference, that's just half the battle. I look forward to seeing how Micah utilizes it to her benefit.
That's Lockwood. Holy crap!
Everything they asked of Micah Lockwood right there, she 100% seamlessly pulled off. The slam was great. Everything with her secondary debut here was great. She looks completely different. Back in the day, when Chyna and Nicole Bass were wrestling, they looked different, and thus they wrestled differently. And trust me, it was not an easy sell to have men, to have guys who make their living off of being tough guys, have them sell, meaning take the punishment from a woman. Some guys would make waves and others would go out and follow the storyline, but it wasn't smooth sailing. I can only imagine that in this world, in today's wrestling, the same restraints are there. But to ask Micah to go out and do a job, she did it.
Introducing first, from Chandler, Arizona, Bailey Humphrey.
On LFG, Micah Lockwood competes as Bailey Humphrey because remember, NXT, that's the developmental program, and LFG is an offshoot of that.
We are back on LFG as Nikita Lyons and Bailey Humphrey face off in the center of the ring.
As I sit to watch my first Micah Lockwood match, the one thing I'm going to be paying attention for is, does she work like she presents herself? I hope she does. It's definitely something I view as
Do y'all watch the new variations of wrestling now?
That way.
Because I'm an attitude era like guy. That's when I was watching wrestling.
I love it.
And I watched some of the John Cena era too.
Bullied her opponent Nikita all the way back. One lock up into this match, I can already see she's utilizing her strengths. Well done. I don't know if it's going to continue, but hell, I should stop it right now. Won't be disappointed.
Talk about the striking. I have seen the videos when she goes to the punching bag. Nikita Lyons.
Well done. Well done. I wrestled Rosie during my career, and we would do a very similar spot, headlock spot, and Rosie would shoot me off. In wrestling, usually the person that is in motion, once they hit their opponent, obviously the person who is just standing is going to go down. But when you're working size, and I was so much smaller than Rosie, even though I was moving, every time I would hit Rosie, I would go flying. Why? Because we're telling that size story. That's exactly what they just did here. And bravo to Nikita, she sold it perfectly too.
Come on, Bailey. Can't sit on your ass as a baby face.
He said it, he's 100% right. You can't sit on your ass as a baby face. Why? Because the fans want to, as the baby face, as the good guy, they want to cheer for you. Why is that? Because they always want to know you have fight in you. But that's a tough thing once fatigue sets in. And it's easy to be fatigued just by doing spots. You would never understand it until you're in there. I remember watching wrestling and thinking, oh, they didn't do too much. It's not until you actually are the person in the ring and you realize the littlest movement expends so much energy. And Book knows that. But Book also knows that as the babyface, the good guy, he needs Micah to stay on the offensive, because that's how the fans are going to just be with her and cheer her throughout the match. Once Nikita sets in the heat, meaning once she gets the upper hand, they're going to need the fans to get behind Micah. And the way you do that is by always being aggressive. But that's tougher said than done once you're tired as shit.
It's gone at a much faster pace than we even anticipated here so far in season 3. Wow, there. Right, what do you call that?
I would volunteer for Nikita to give me that move over and over. Let's practice that one again. Nah, I'm kidding. That'd be icky. God, I'm so fucking stupid.
It certainly is. When you talk about bringing something to the table, I can honestly tell you this.
Again, working as telling the story that Micah is stronger. She is grabbing the rope. Nikita's trying to yank her, and all it takes is that just grabbing the rope. You're not moving me against my will. Good storytelling.
There are no two female athletes like these two in the ring right now at the Performance Center.
I like that Nikita, too, is using what she brings to the table. Obviously, the flexibility, the kicks, her agility, her athleticism. Good match so far.
in the center of the ring. And Humphrey right now, there is a look of concern almost on her face.
There we go. And they're coming. And the people are getting along with where they need them. They're starting the clamps, the chants. That's professional wrestling. That's what you look for out of your babyface. You put that in the bank early in the match by doing exactly what Booker was telling you. Be aggressive, stay on top. Be that person that the fans want to root for. And now it's paying off.
Damn it.
Yeah, I see why Bubba's. It's just a shitty hit toss. It's nothing to get too concerned about. That's just exhaustion. That's all that is. Exhaustion.
Wait a minute, wait, she get in position. All right, beautiful.
They're commenting on the moonsault, and understandable. It's an impressive move for anyone to pull off. Yeah, for a Ricochet to pull that move off. It's impressive, a standing moonsault. It's not easy. I wouldn't try one. So for someone of Bayley's size to pull it off and to hit it, I get it. But my ears take me back to what I saw.
We drinking and driving, I guess.
Moonsault. And that was a clothesline that had some smack to it. And the moment she laid in a pretty stiff clothesline, you heard the fans go, oh! They want to be shocked with her strength. Yeah, the agility stuff, great. I'm impressive. I would put that in my arsenal. I'd put that in my little bag of tricks too. But what's going to be her make or break, what's going to give her longevity in this building are those moments where the fans go, oh.
Whoa. What's that? I just built a budgeting app in Base 44. Guys, Nina just built an app.
Impossible. Nina can't code. Interesting. Can it generate reports?
It can now.
Nice. So you're saying we can all build apps now?
Yeah.
Come on, Munch. I gotta make a call.
I'll be right back.
Just built an inventory tracker. Protein calculator. Book sharing app.
A workflow manager. That's
Tracks who still owes for the group lunch.
Trash duty.
I'm gonna play some music for a minute. Fuck that.
No one seems to care.
You guys built a performance
I just created a goal
manager.
tracking system.
We built the same. Bayley victorious.
Good match. Like, good match. But I'm not shocked because Bubba, Ray Dudley, and Booker T are
Give it up for me! Give it up for me! Give it up for me! I deserve it. Thank you. I deserve it. I work hard. I'm working on my mental health. That's my mantra. I deserve it. I deserve it. I've been doing gratitude lists for a while. Does anyone do gratitude lists? Okay, a couple sad people here. Gratitude list, if you don't know, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a list where you write down what you're grateful for. I was looking back at an old one that I wrote, and, you never start a gratitude list when you're on top of the world. It's not like you just got the promotion, you're in love. No, you start a gratitude list when you're in the depths of hell. I look back at the first one I did, I just put, I'm grateful I have arms. So I'm doing better than that today. Doing better than that. I have a lot of fears, though. I got a lot of stuff I'm afraid. I'm afraid of becoming a loser. That's one of my biggest fears.
Hell yeah, that's everybody's.
Loser, so it runs in my family. And we all become our parents. I don't want to be a loser. My mom, she's an alcoholic. My dad, his name is Larry. That's it. That's his whole name. It's just Larry. That's embarrassing. It's not short for Lawrence. There's no silent letters, just Larry. Imagine the miracle of life, right? Having a baby. Imagine that. What a beautiful experience. You have a baby, you look down at this beautiful, innocent child. The doctor's like, what do you want to name this precious, innocent baby boy? And you're like, yeah, Larry is fine. That's child abuse. It sets you up for failure. Try and imagine a 12-year-old Larry. You're bullying that kid in your head. You either can't picture it, or it's the lamest kid you've ever imagined in your life. That's my father. My dad, he sounds cool at first. This is the problem. He sounds kind of cool, kind of normal, but the more information I provide, the worse it gets. Like my dad, he loves smoking cigars. That's like a cool old guy thing to do. A lot of people smoke cigars. Nothing wrong with that. Does anyone here smoke cigars by chance? Okay, maybe it's not as normal as I thought. I don't know. I think like some people smoke cigars on just special occasions, maybe once a month, maybe even once a week. My dad smokes at least 5 cigars a day. That's a loser amount of cigars. 1 cigar takes at least an hour to smoke. That means my dad is smoking at least 5 hours worth of cigars a day.
God
he
damn.
has a job.
When you put it in perspective
One
like that, that's a
cigar,
lot.
8 inches long. My dad is smoking 40 inches of cigar a day. My dad is smoking the length of a modest couch in cigar. I FaceTime my dad. It was 10 in the morning. He picked up the FaceTime from his jacuzzi. That sounds cool. My dad's got a jacuzzi. What about your dad? Fuck you. Here's the problem. It's an above ground jacuzzi. Larrys don't deserve underground jacuzzis. They don't work hard enough. Also, 10 a.m. in the jacuzzi. A jacuzzi is a reward for a long day. 10 a.m., you've done it all, Larry? Nothing else on the to-do list? My sisters, they're cool. I mean, I love my family. They're great. But my sisters, they used to bully me. You know, my sisters, like, I'm not gay, but my sisters do identify me as a lesbian. My whole life, my sisters have thought I was gay, ever since I was little. I remember they came home from middle school, which is the bitchiest time in a woman's life. I don't know if you've met a middle school girl, but they're pure evil. The meanest girl in the world right now is in middle school. And not only are you mean in middle school, you're also dumb as shit.
We gonna go cruise
You're
control.
the dumbest you'll ever be in your life.
So I ain't gotta have my foot on this
So my
pedal.
sisters,
Give
they
my
come
foot a
home
little
from middle
break.
school, mean, dumb. They look at me and they go, "Ew, Allie, you're a lesbian." "Ew, Allie, you're a lesbian." And they have this look on their face like they had just gone down on a woman. "Ew, Allie, you're a lesbian."
We got 4 more hours before we
I
need
was
to
like,
sleep.
I'm 7.
We're gonna
7
miss
years
this
old, I
rest
have no
stop, but we're
idea
gonna
what
go
that
to the
is.
next one.
I don't know what that means. That's a brand new word. No one taught me what a lesbian was growing up. I didn't have that kind of education. They teach it now, though. You hear about this? Hear about this? Hear what they're doing in schools? They're putting dildos in kids' hands and they're forcing them to learn about gay sex. You hear about this? You haven't heard about this? They're bringing drag queens to school. Everyone shows their butthole. They read books. You hear about this? Yeah, I didn't have that kind of education. I wish I did. It would have been helpful. I would have learned a lot. Instead, I had to ask the 2 dumbest people I knew at the time, my sisters, what a lesbian was. I was like, "What's a lesbian? Why am I a lesbian? Why am I a lesbian?" They go, "Well, you have really long sideburns." Which I guess is a lesbian trait. Elvis being one of the most famous lesbians. I was terrified. I was so scared. I didn't know what a lesbian was besides the sideburns. I went to the shower immediately. I used my sister's razor. I shaved off my sideburns. Guess what? Never looked gayer in my life. Have you ever seen a 7-year-old girl with a fade? Sign me up for softball immediately.
I'm gonna take this one.
I'm ready to go. I've done a lot of dating. I've dated men and women. I tried it out. I was like, maybe my sisters are right. I tried it. Not for me. There's a lot of flaps down there. So many flaps. It's hard dating because you have to, you know,
What the
you
fuck
have to
does she
choose
fuck?
photos for your online profile, and that's always tough because you don't want to look too good in your online profile because then they see you in real life and they're like, what? Who? But then you don't want to be like too real and then they're like, yeah. It's hard, you know, because I'm in between. Like I know I'm not ugly, but I also know I'm not a hot, sexy model. Like I like to think of myself as a food service 10. Like if you saw me working behind the counter at McDonald's, you'd stop and you'd stare. You'd be like, who is this exotic, gorgeous woman? She has dreams outside of this place. I have to save her. But at the same time, if you saw me as a patron of that McDonald's, you'd be like, she seems pretty comfortable here. This is a safe space for her. It's nice getting older, though. I don't care as much, you know. Like, I remember being young and being so concerned about what guys thought of me, and it's exhausting, you know. Like, I remember being in middle school, and I'd be doing Kegels all the time. I'd be doing, if you don't know what Kegels are, it's like P90X for your pussy. I don't think they work. I don't do them anymore. I don't do Kegels, because I've never had sex and then gotten a high five, like, nice work down there. Keep it up, pussy's getting swole. Absolute gains. I'm just dry douching protein powder. My little creatine coochie. But I used to do Kegels before anything had even been inside of me, except for maybe a carrot out of exploration. I was a curious child. But I was doing Kegels because guys at school, they'd talk about, you know, like tight pussies. And I was like, I have to have the tightest fucking pussy. I was doing so many Kegels, I was like, I don't even want a fucking hole. But I remember doing Kegels so much. And then the ultimate test, I remember the first time I got fingered, it was a big time in my life, the first time I got fingered, because I was like, let's see if these Kegels worked. And it's an important time in a woman's life, I think, the first time you get fingered. I think it's very important, because it's like, it feels very mature. It's the next step after making out if you come from a good home. And there's no consequences. You're not gonna get pregnant from a pinky. It's just for fun. And I remember the first few times I would say the dumbest shit. I'd be like, how many fingers are in? They'd be like, none. I'm like, ouch, ouch, too many. I would never do that now. I'm like, use your feet if you have to. I gotta go, bye, thank you guys so much.
Went to the doctor, get all checked out. I'm good. Urologist, actually. You been? You should. It's a real experience. My urologist is kind of a bro. Anyone else here have like a bro doctor? Did you work with? Like he just squares up on you. Like his scrubs are way too fitted, and he's way too ripped as a doctor, and just boxes you in. Like, what's up, dude? You good? How you feeling, man? You all right? Glad you came in, man. Health's important, man. Don't look away. Look in my eyes, man. Come on, fuck. Care about you, dude. Like, bros care so hard. You know, and he's like, what's going on, man? Is everything okay down there? And I'm like, yeah, I guess. He's like, let's get in there. Let's get in there right now. I'm like, should I put on a gown? He's like, no time. Like, no time.
What?
He gets down on one knee like a
It's like, what, cuz?
down my pants.
Nah, this was, I couldn't have no doctor like this.
Let me pause and say, he is a dazzlingly handsome man. You know what I mean? Like, it's not my slice of pie, but you know it's delicious. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, straight, I'm not blind. Holy shit. Looks like a sunset. I'm like, oh, look at that thick head of hair. Rivulet curls, you know? It's definitely somebody's fantasy. It's not mine. Feels like a waste. You know what I'm saying? Just digging around in there. He's stands up. He's like, all right, everything looks okay. Just gonna do a blood test. I'll be back. And I'm like, what? Blood test for what? He's like, we're gonna test you for all the STDs. And just walks out. All of them? Like, I've never had one, you know? What a fucking nerd, right? What a dork. Not one? Not even crabs. You've had crabs, right, dude? Come on. Just once, I want some guy to be like, fuck yeah. Party, of course I've had crabs, man. It was around in the 80s. But let's come together, like, oh, okay, guys, like, quit acting weird. Like, what STDs you guys had? Call them out. Fucking call them out, come on. We're all young. Have you lived? Did you party? Don't be like this square. Have you had an STD? I've only been doing that one for a little while now, and you know, it's fun to watch people go, ha, fuck you. You know, most people kind of laugh, like, but I see that moment where people are like, shit, never, no. I might, is today my day? And I love doing it because no one ever said anything until the time I played the Kennedy Center. Like, can you believe it? You know what I mean? It's one of those things I was like, this is a great bit because it'll never fucking get a response, like ever, my whole life. And I'm like, what STDs have you guys had? Call them out! This woman in the upper deck goes, HPV! And I'm like, send her a margarita. Because that is what an American hero sounds like. And I got upstage and I'm like, that's never gonna happen again. And then the next week, the literal week after, Jersey City said, au contraire, mon fucking frere. What STDs you guys had? They were fighting each other. Chlamydia, gonorrhea. A dude stood up like a gladiator and was like, herpes. Like, fuck. Stood up. I am Herpicus. No, I am Herpicus. Give us Herpicus.
I ain't gonna lie, that was hilarious.
Unbelievable.
Nigga said herpes.
Unbelievable.
I gotta wipe my damn wheel off my spit.
In the audience, good to see. Good to see. Let me just do a quick age survey.
Oh
like,
shit, that turned up quick.
Than 50. Round of applause. Younger than 50. Okay. Younger than 40.
I just
okay,
spit that shit out.
Younger than 25.
That was a natural reaction too.
Quiet hope and stamina.
That's hilarious.
I love it. Woo! I don't care. Feels so good. Let me rap to you guys for a second. Let me talk to the young folk, okay? Let me break it down for young kids. Just turn to a youth pastor all of a sudden. Just to be like you, drinking in the park, kissing girls I just met that day. Listen, they lied to you, okay? When they said your body is a temple. It's not. It's a carnival, okay? The clowns are drunk. The monkeys will throw shit into the audience. The tarp will collapse. I'm just telling you right now, shit will go south. But you have to just laugh at it, okay, as you get older. I'm 49 years old. You have to laugh at shit going wrong. I stretch. I do yoga. My dad looks like a goddamn question mark. I'm not going out like that. But shit, you can make any bingo card of shit going wrong you want. You will never guess the stuff that does. And I'm not talking about a catastrophic illness or a disease, but holy crap. True story. I was driving and I threw my neck out on the highway going 85 miles per hour because some asshole behind me had a weird horn. True story. I'm just driving, going 85, late, and I just hear, and I'm like, the fuck? Oh! Oh! Oh, God! Oh, fuck! I can't put my head the right way! Help! I screamed help in a closed
back there?
car. There's no intercom between cars on the highway. There's no help coming. I'm alone in the car. It's just me and God. And I just go, I have to get over to the shoulder. Please understand! I screamed, please understand, while getting over 3 lanes, thinking a semi is gonna shear my car in half.
I just bought some when we went to Walmart the other day and got
the
first snacks that we had.
While I punched my neck back into. That's what's waiting for you in middle age. How can you not laugh at? You have to laugh when that thing happens. Holy crap!
Download BetMGM Casino. The casino, born in Vegas.
Chevy trucks keep the heartbeat of America going, helping you get to more of the good stuff and show up strong wherever the road takes you.
That's the day Chevrolet. You know? And I reference the young dudes because, look, you know, young dudes are not okay. You know, they're not. I don't mean this generation. I'm not talking about you, man, specifically. Honestly, I really feel like this generation is probably the best at shit because I have friends in their early 20s. Not to brag. What? Tell your wife you're gay. No. A friend of mine, he's 22.
Man, I just did a weight thing earlier, bro. They gonna make me do this shit again?
That's fun. Just call people delicious. It's a fun time, especially if you're straight. He drank half a beer and was like, I'm good. And I'm like, how? How? You have the metabolism of a cheetah. You're not going to use it? The fuck is wrong with you? My generation, no. You know, we macro-dosed literally everything. And I'm just saying, you know, young dudes are not okay because they think they're indestructible and they kind of have
old by
no
a couple
natural
days.
predator, right? Like every woman here has always had a spidey sense, always, because of men, sadly. But young dudes, fuck, man, in my 20s, I used to go out, get hammered drunk, lose my friends, then find new friends. That's insane. That's insane. No woman has ever been like, oh, fuck, I'm hammered. My friends are gone. Oh, what's up, bitches? Like, never, ever, ever. Because that's dangerous. I remember I was out and I was drinking with a bunch of guys in a bar, and one guy goes, I got a handled bottle at my apartment. We're like, yeah. Me and these strangers, we're drinking in this guy's apartment. We're not even gay. Like, it's so sad. It's not like he was like, let's all blow each other on my leather couch. At least that's an activity. We're just drinking. No women at all. And I thought to myself, I gotta change my life. I'm stopping it before it starts. I gotta start building. I gotta stop destroying. I'm calling a car right fucking now. I don't even know these guys. And I go to call a car, and one guy goes, hey, I got a boat. And I go, well, let's fucking call cars to go down to your goddamn boat, man. And I call 3 cars. We go down to Lake Michigan. We're there. It's in Chicago. We're standing right on the docks, blackout drunk. The dude dives in, swims to his boat because the rowboats ain't coming out yet. The sun's up, dude. It's up. It's 5:30 in the morning. He just starts his boat, steers it toward us, just parks it right in front of us. And I remember looking at that boat going, if I get on this boat, I'm going to die. Got right on the fucking boat. Got on the boat because I was a young man. Dude hits the throttle. Brrr, it's so fast. I fall down. I get up. There's 5 guys I've never seen now holding beers. Like, the fuck are these guys? I get to the front and I go, look, hey, we're going real fast. I decide to be the dad. We're going real fast. Nobody jump in. And I look, there's a dude at the back of the boat I've never seen. We lock eyes and he goes, he's gone. Gone. Was he ever there? I don't know. Might have been a ghost. I'm like, fuck, we lost that guy. And everyone's like, what guy, weirdo? Fight my way to the front of the boat. I U-boat it. They're all punching me, like, let go. There's no guy. And I'm like, there he is. And everyone goes, oh, fuck, that guy jumped in? I'm like, yeah, for a joke. Fuck. And I've never captained, steered, piloted, driven a boat. This is how you know I'm aiming right for his face. I got you, man. You're gonna be okay. I'm about to cleave him in half with the rotor blade. This guy next to me, who I nicknamed McConaughey because he smoked as much weed as he drank, he just stands next to me as I'm about to run this dude over and goes, nah, man, you're gonna kill him. Hold on. 2 fingers on the wheel, moves it this much. I just miss his face. Like, ow! I almost killed that guy. Manslaughter? Not manslaughter. Holy shit. I'm losing my shit. I get the life preserver. Ugh, it's uncoordinated. I miss him completely, right? And the guy goes, you suck! And then he goes, I can't swim. Fucking guy can't swim. You're gonna die for a joke. So I hand the life preserver to McConaughey. I'm like, weren't you a pitcher in college? He's like, I got him. He rears back. Accurate. Way too hard. Nails him in the face and he sinks.
Oh my God.
I love that you're laughing because you know he didn't die, right? Wouldn't have ended there. And he's gone. Good night. The fuck? Now I'm sad. But we gotta save him. We jump in, we grab him, swim him up, throw him in the boat, and now we're all just fucking wet and sober, and I'm screaming at these guys. And I start saying to them what I said to myself in that kitchen, fuck you guys. What are we doing? Who are you? What is this? I don't even like this asshole, and he almost died. We would have had to tell his mom, and they're like, fuck, he's right, shit, you know? And I go down by this guy, and I'm like, dude, are you okay? And he's spitting water, and he goes, no. And he could have had a human moment, could have been a normal fucking dude, but instead he had to big dick us. Even then, shitting himself, drowning. He looked up and was like, yeah, actually, thing about me, as soon as a dude says thing about me, shut both these off. He's about to lie his dick off. Thing about me, I'm most at peace when I'm closest to death. Most at peace. No Navy SEAL even thought that fucking statement ever. And I said, fuck him, we need to kill this guy. And we drowned him, and now he's gone. Have a good night, guys. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, he funny. I like this story was funny.
Hey. How y'all doing, San Diego? Y'all good? Hell yeah, man. I'm excited to be out here on the West Coast, bro. It's fun, man. I'm just sad because I can't enjoy the West Coast how I really want to, man. I actually had to stop smoking weed recently. Yeah, I know it's devastating, dog. This lady's pouting. My son used to smoke weed. I had to stop smoking weed, dog. I knew it was time for me to stop smoking weed because I was starting to forget what it felt like to have an emergency. If you smoke weed, you know what I'm talking about, bro. Nothing's urgent when you fucking high, dog. Weed make you so complacent with life, bro. And I'm here to tell y'all, there's certain shit you need to be in a fucking state of panic for, dog. Feel me? Like the other day not the other day, I quit, but y'all ain't never quit before? A few months ago, I was smoking so much weed, dog, that my heart literally started skipping a beat, bro. Shit was serious, man. And instead of being a fucking adult and going to the emergency room, I was just high and I tried to play it cool. So I just turned to my homie and I was like, hey, bruh, your weed got my heart doing jumping jacks. And I was supposed to scare him, make him take me to the hospital, but it kind of just sounded like I was flirting with my homie. And that's not cool, nigga. Now we both scared. You know what I'm saying? We in this room alone, my heart fluttering, your heart fluttering. What we gonna do about this, dog? I hang out with a lot of tough dudes. He ain't take too kindly to that shit. He stood up, he was like, what you say, bro? What? And that should have been my cue to be like, oh, my bad, my boy. I'm having a panic attack. Just take me to the hospital. We'll be A-okay, dog. But I was still high, still trying to play it cool. So what actually ended up coming out of my mouth was, hey, bro, I know you've been feeling what I've been feeling, dog. I had my eyes on you this whole time, bro. I know I see. It's not the right response, bro. The weed snuck up on me, man. Weed is a scary drug to get addicted to, man. If you can get addicted to weed, and weed's scary because it doesn't give you any telltale signs that it's fucking your life up. Feel me? Like every other drug gives you a clear fucking sign when you need to stop. No? Like dudes who do meth, they start doing karate on public transportation. It might be time to put the meth down, my boy. You 64 years old. And that was a perfectly executed roundhouse kick you just did, dog. Your legs shouldn't be that high in the air. Let's get you to rehab, bro. You don't get no signs with weed, man. You just wake up 3 years later like, nigga, I don't even know if I know how to read anymore, bro. What the fuck happened to me, bro? They told me I was a gifted child. I'm excited to be here, dog. I'm going through some life changes right now. I actually just quit my job to do stand-up full-time, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Yeah, I'm about to go back soon, but it's I shouldn't have quit my fucking job, bro. Are you crazy, bro? Don't chase your dreams, dog. I got 17 cavities that I can't get fixed. Right now, the left side of my mouth hurts so bad. Got no dental care, dog. Stupid, man. I had a good job before this, bro. I was actually a therapist for kids before this, man. Oh, yeah. Got the white women on my side, thank you. Nah, I was a terrible therapist, dog. I wasn't giving out no coping mechanisms, nothing, bro. We just outside smoking weed, talking about anime, bro. I'm like, damn, your family getting evicted, nigga? Goku wouldn't let no shit like that. Yeah, take that, you gonna need that, bro. I think I was just too young to be a therapist. That was my problem. I feel like I'm too young. I had zero life experience, bro. I'm 29 years old. I just stopped stealing silverware from Chipotle, bro. I can't help your fucking son with his issues, dog. I feel like that's stupid. I feel like you shouldn't have a young therapist, bro. Like, who go to therapy in here? Anybody? You go to therapy? How old is your therapist, you think?
I think she's like 30.
30? She not helping you at fucking all, bro. She just in there hitting you with live, love, laugh quotes. That's all she's doing, bro. 30? Oh my God, bro. If your therapist is anywhere under the age of 50, you just paying somebody to repeat Instagram captions back to you, bro. That's all you fucking doing, dog. Cause that's all I was doing at my job. I was just using Drake lyrics in therapy. And none of the kids caught on, bro. Like, kids used to bust in my office. They'd be like, yo, Mr. Tony, man, I'm having suicidal thoughts. I'd be like, yo, you trying to make it more than what it is. Because everybody dies, but not everybody lives. You know what I'm saying? That's right. Now get on out of here, little nigga. Saved another one.
What are the benchmarks?
Smooth, creamy, rich.
Sounds like my ex-husband.
Are there any synergies? Cold foam, strawberry.
That's synergistic.
Only at Dunkin'.
Are you a woman entrepreneur who'd like to win $20,000 to grow your business? So were they, and they did. With the Confidence Collective back for another year, you could too. This initiative is designed to help women grow by providing 12 weeks of expert-led boost camp training and mentorship, a virtual community summit, and 20 $20,000 grants.
I feel so much more confident in myself as an entrepreneur. I have gained that much insight just from going through this program.
Y'all are giving me permission to dream big.
We were matched with mentors that help with planning for future success, storytelling, and allowed us to all come together and champion each other. And I wish I could do it again.
I am truly grateful for this program and this community.
Last year, we expanded the initiative, supporting 250 women entrepreneurs, because access still isn't equal. 53% of women founders have less access to capital networks, and only 2.3% receive venture capital.
Professionally, we've had no business background. The entire business was paid for early on with credit cards and wedding savings.
That reality is exactly why the Confidence Collective exists. And this year's initiative starts now. If you're a woman entrepreneur, applications are now open. Join the movement. Apply today for tomorrow.
trying to get my life together, dog. Trying to do it the conventional way. I actually just started therapy myself. Started going to therapy. I'm excited about therapy, man. This is my second time trying to do therapy. The first time I had a white woman as a therapist. Yeah. Shit got worse for me, dog. I don't know, bro. I think therapy the only place we need to bring back segregation a little bit. I'm not gonna. I just don't think a white lady from Connecticut can show me how to be a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she put in enough work. Nah, Bridget was cool. Her name was Bridget. Bridget was cool. She was just doing too much. I feel like she was trying to overcompensate because I was her first black client. Yeah, so every session just kind of felt like that Sandra Bullock movie, The Blind
All right,
Side.
I'm out there.